God is not creating the situations of our life. So we don't have to question Him when something is not going right in our life. So first is the Creator needs to take responsibility.
Sometimes, things don't seem to be working the way you want them to be. And everything is just going downhill. And that's when we start questioning the existence of God. How, in your opinion, one should react to these situations?
God is not creating the situations of our life. So we don't have to question Him when something is not going right in our life. God is a source of power, a source of knowledge, love. It's like a parent and a child. A parent can give the child the knowledge of what's right and wrong, the power to live on the right, and the love to nourish the child to be able to lead that beautiful life. But a parent cannot do the karma of the child. And the parent does not have two powers. One, the parent cannot do the karma of the child. And second, the parent cannot face the consequence of the karma of their child. Even if we take a simple thing like an exam in a student's life, a parent can be with the child throughout the year at every moment. Some of the parents will not leave their children for a minute for that 1 year of board exam or, like in your doctors giving the NEET exam, which is a lot of love and care, which is priority. But that's where our power ends. We can give that support, that wisdom, that love, that power for an entire year, but we cannot go to the exam hall. The child has to give the exam on their own, and you cannot change their marks. So the karma and the consequence of the karma is only of the child. The parent can give wisdom, love, and power. Same thing with the Supreme Parent. God can give us the knowledge, what is right, what is not right, give us lots of unlimited love and power. But at the end, I have to do my karma. And what is my karma? Will have a consequence. It will create my destiny. So the karma and destiny is my responsibility. Taking the love, power, and wisdom is also my responsibility. The parent is giving it to me. Am I taking it? And I'm taking it, and am I living it? So sometimes if I check my karma balance sheet, I say I haven't done anything wrong. I may have made a little mistakes here and there, it's fine, but I haven't done something so big for such and such a thing to happen in my life. So then again to remember, the karma is not of this body. The karma is not of this role and relationship. The karma is of the soul. And I, the soul, am not 40, 50, 60 years old. I, the soul, am eternal. I am 40, 50, 60 years old in this body, which means I have been in this body for these many years. Before that, I was in another costume, and before that in another costume, and before that in another costume. Only my clothes are changing. This is the clothes. But when this cloth changes, when this mortal costume changes, I, the soul, just carries into a next costume, but I'm moving forward with my karma and my sanskars. It's like what I do today wearing this sari. Tomorrow I'll be wearing another one. But me and my karma remains, right? When I shift into a new sari. So similarly, it remains the same when I shift into a new body. So when we say, I have not done anything wrong, because we are checking our life only since the time I wore this costume. My life is not this costume. It's many, 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 many costumes. So just to understand that whatever is happening in my life like this, whatever is coming to me, it's a past karma consequence. But the power is not in the past karma. The power is in the present karma. If you strengthen yourself on a daily basis, you integrate meditation, raise your spiritual power, you will respond to the toughest situation that has come with a very high vibrational energy. So the suffering that you are experiencing will not be there, and your ability to change your destiny will be very high. For example, someone comes to you with cancer. It's a big karmic account, right? It's not a small thing, but it's a karmic account which has happened to me, to my body, as a result of whatever. It could be my lifestyle in this lifetime. It could be an emotional baggage that I've carried in multiple lifetimes, and that is We don't get into the reason why that cancer has happened because we will not be able to specify an answer. There are multiple factors. But the fact is, it is a part of my destiny today. And destiny is dependent on my past karma. But when this cancer comes to me as a part of my destiny, there are so many souls who are so powerful. They are so amazing. And the way they, just go through the healing process and the way they come out of it, it's nothing less than a miracle. They go through the treatment, they go through the pain in the body, they go through the side effects in the body, but the mind is very powerful and the mind is very, very comfortable. So there is a suffering in the body, but there is no suffering here. There's no suffering here. And they are so powerful that even during that period, they're actually inspiring other people to be able to lead that life. They're actually inspiring other people that they can come out of it. And it's very simple. Now, this is what is present karma. So past karma brought the disease in the body, but the present powerful mind is making it just a treatment, not a suffering in the soul. And there could be somebody else who just has 101 fever this morning and they would suffer like, don't know what has happened to them. कि हाय मैं बीमार हूँ अब मैं क्या करूंगा आज का तो पूरा काम खराब हो गया अब मैं ऑफिस नहीं. So suffering. So the suffering here does not depend on what destiny has brought to you. Suffering here is present karma. What destiny has got to you is past karma. Past karma is lower. Present karma is very high. So if you integrate again spiritual power into your life, whatever comes into your life, let it be the biggest thing, you're going to be very powerful to face it with dignity. And second power you will have is do right karma now. Do right karma. So when the mind is powerful, clean, clear, the chances of making a mistake in the way I think, speak, behave, do starts minimizing because I quit the race. So the competition is over. So the question of any manipulation of ethics is over because I understand karma responsibility. So a lot of power. So it doesn't matter what destiny has got. Power is in the present. Connect to God. Take the wisdom. Lead your life based on that wisdom. And then meditate, connect to God again. Take that power and implement that wisdom. Don't just understand the wisdom. Implement that wisdom in day-to-day life. बातें छोटी हो जाएंगी, आप बड़े हो जाओगे. The crisis will look small because you're not going to suffer. That's certain.
So we talked about miracles happening. So are these miracles predestined or are they results of our karma?
Situation is predestined. What is coming to me? How I respond to the situation is my present karma. So if I do my present karma right, I can create the miracle. So some people can create a miracle in the toughest situation, and some people can mess up a smaller situation, right? So the miracle doesn't depend on the size of the situation. The miracle depends on the way the human mind responds to that situation. So someone can come to you with a cancer and you can say, medically, you cannot come out of this. You have only this much time to live and we can just take care of you for that much time. But if that soul is powerful and they have a very higher purpose to live for, maybe some mother who has to live for her children, she's a single parent, that power of the mind will say, Doctor Sir, I have to live for at least 10 years more. And if she can sustain that power without creating any fear, without creating any doubt, and keep her life purpose so high, the body will start responding better. Will definitely start responding better. And she can create a miracle. So you could have said 1 year, she could probably stretch it to 2 years. Somebody's able to stretch it to 5 years. Somebody's able to stretch it, of course, along with leading a healthy lifestyle and treatment, but power of the mind and healing. And for someone else, you can say, अरे ये तो सिर्फ छोटा सा basic cancer है, आप तो बहुत जल्दी ठीक हो जाएंगे, you're going to be very fine. But their mind doesn't accept it. And their mind says, मुझे cancer है. And their mind just goes on believing that it's the end of my world for me. And that mind starts saying, okay, मेरे बाद क्या होगा? Who will take care of my... so it's the mind, how the mind is perceiving the situation. And then obviously you're giving the best treatment. That body doesn't respond as well as you want it to respond. And so doctors will see this every single day, that those who they feel would not respond are sometimes responding better than expected medically. And those who feel should have responded by now, they're going very slow. They were going very slow because predominant power is here. So it's not predestined. My present mind power is not predestined. Even if I'm emotionally very weak, very negative, if I just start taking the right content and meditation, I'll go from year to year. So it's my present karma.
Very beautifully said, sister.